Good afternoon and welcome to another video on How the Owl. This afternoon we are going for an alcohol-free fight. Which is the best one of the two? Which two are they? Well, these are the beers. You have the OG from Brewdog, you've got the Punk AF, and you've got the Pretender to the Crown, or is it? It's this one, it's the Hazy AF. And I'm just going to do a bit of a side-by-side just to see which one is better in my humble opinion. I'm going to compare the body, I'm going to compare the flavours, the finish, the cost, everything, and then we'll see which one wins at the end. I've done both of them individually, but never side by side, and who knows. The one thing I will say from this point onwards is the beers vary between batches. They're not consistent. I've had Punk AF that's been absolutely brilliant, and I've had Punk AF that is closer to nanny state than the original Punk AF recipe should be. In the same vein, I've had Hazy AF that has been really hazy, and I've had Hazy AF that is, well, it's as far from hazy, teeth in, it's as far as from hazy as can be. So yeah, this is just a comparison of these particular batches. What batches are they? Well, we've got a batch of the Punk AF, which has got the best before on the 18th of November 2020. It says so right there. And the Hazy AF has a date of the 2nd of December 2020. It says so right there. So just to give you a bit of an idea of what's what. And they are both 0.5% ABV in the old style Brewdog cans. It remains to be seen what the new alcohol-free cans will look like. Suffice to say, they probably won't look as good as these. There's been a lot of talk about the rebranding of Brewdog stuff, and not one bit that I've seen has been positive. It's always been negative, verging on utterly horrific. I don't like it, but it's the beer inside that counts, right? So what have we got? We're going to start by pouring the Punk AF, and just to give you a bit of blurb, it says Punk AF alcohol-free IPA, no alcohol, just got punked up, and Punk AF lives up to its billing. All the attitude, all the flavour, but none of the alcohol. Say hello to the punkest alcohol-free beer in town, and this is the bit that's important. It's juicy tropical fruit, mixing it up with grassy pine notes. That's it, juicy tropical fruit with grassy pine notes. And it's on a malt baseline, a solid malt baseline. That's what they claim. And Hazy AF, let's go around here. It's Hazy AF is a full tilt fruit machine. It's apparently the juiciest alcohol-free beer in town, so juicier than Punk AF. Let's find that out in a minute. Tropical fruits and grassy notes mix it up. Oats and wheat unite for a smoother ride. Full flavour, no alcohol, all out New England. The crushable crush is what they call it. So we're going to pour the Punk AF first of all, and that's going to go into the single solitary Brewdog glass that I own. So we're not going to do a huge pour, we're just going to do a bit about that. That's your Punk AF. As you can see, it's kind of crystal clear, very pale in colour. You've got carbonation, plenty of, little bit of white head, not particularly heavy, and the aromas, it's hoppy, but not in a big way. It's nothing like real Punk, you know. That's your beer in a glass. And unfortunately, like I say, I've only got one Brewdog glass, so we're going to pour the Hazy AF into my tiny Rebel schooner. So the pour for this one is about so. So it is hazy in comparison. That's your two side by side. You know, there is haze. Not haze for days, it's just a little bit, think, how can I say this without it being medical and gross? Oh, go on, it's a bit like a yeast infection, isn't it really, in comparison. It's that kind of level of not very hazy. Head's about the same, smell, similar. There is a little bit more tropical fruit going in this one. It's not in a big way, but it's there at the end. There is an element of the grass they speak of, but I get no pine from this one. They smell very similar, quite similar malt bases from what I can tell on the nose. Aroma wise, I prefer the Hazy AF. Yeah, I do. I prefer the hazy. There's a little bit of kind of pineapple-y, mango-y thing going on. It's like really, really discreet. So you've got to be sort of really taking a deep breath to get it. Yeah, still not getting any pine from the punk. Definitely getting the tropical fruit from the Hazy AF. So the aroma battle goes to the Hazy AF. It's 1-0 to Hazy AF. Let's have a taste. So we're going to go for the body first of all, starting with the punk. Yeah, light body. Definitely light body. Hazy. I'd say that's on as even there. Similar body. Very similar body. No real discernible difference. Nothing that would certainly put a point in anyone's direction. Let's go for a flavour. Yeah, the Punk AF, whilst it remains hoppy, there's that floral element to it that I get in the nanny state as well. Now the first batch Punk AF I had was absolutely stunning. It had none of that whatsoever, but in the later batches it's been there in every single one, which is a shame because it's the one thing I really dislike about nanny state. As for the hazy, there is a tiny hint of it, but it's backed up by a little bit of, think tropical fruit juice that's been really watered down. It's a really low level tropical flavour, and I get that you're not going to get that in a huge way into the beer because of the alcohol free sort of level that it sits at. But as an all round flavour, hazy wins the day. So it's 2-0 on the Hazy AF for me. So the point drawn on the body. So finish C. Now for the finish, I'm going to say which one lasts the longest and which has got the most flavour in the finish, and has there anything sort of been lost in the finish? You know, do you lose all the goodness of what makes a beer good? So let's find out. Do we get a crystal malt? Do we get some hop? Do we get any bitterness? Let's see. So it's gone all over the tongue. See, I like the finish. When the initial floral aroma disappears, you get a little bit of what was intended. You get the malt, you get the hop, and you start to detect what potentially could be seen as the pine. But it's so subtle, it's like one of those blink and you miss it moments. So, possible win for the punk here. Let's have a bit of the hazy. Yeah, so with the Hazy AF, you get a lot sweeter finish, you get less bitterness, you get a little bit of malt, you don't really get a huge amount of the hop, and like I say, you get that little bit of watered down fruit juice that leaves you wanting more. And then it's a malt after that. Which finish do I prefer? Now this is where it's subjective and this is where it's a bit weird. I like the intensity of the finish of the Punk AF over the Hazy. Let's point to the punk. There we are. We've got multiple wins for the hazy, less wins for the punk, and a draw on the body. So it stands to reason that the Hazy AF has to win. Now, of course, it's entirely subjective. You might like one over the other, same as I prefer one over the other. It's one of them. It brings you to a question: what would happen on a night out? Would you drink either or? Probably not, unless you're driving. And then the inquisitive mind strikes. What would happen if you blend them? And yes, this is kind of a continuation of the recent birthday box from Tiny Rebel. Blend them together, see what we get, shall we? So we're going to finish off the hazy. There's the nod to victory. And we have some punk remaining in the Brewdog glass. We're just going to top it up to, give or take, halfway. It looks a bit less because obviously it's the fatter bit of the glass at the bottom. And we're going to top it up with some Hazy AF and see what we get. just for shits and giggles, will we get some good bits of both, or will it be an utter disaster? Let's have a whiff. I'm getting more of the aroma of the punk, which on the face of it isn't the best thing. I prefer the aroma of the hazy. You've got a better head, but I guess it's just been freshly poured. You've got a little bit of the haze. It's still a little bit yeast infection-y. I have no prior knowledge of this. I'm just going on what people tell me. I realise how bad that actually sounds. Let's have a taste of the... no, we're not going to go there. Not on a Sunday. Interesting. You lose an awful lot of that floral nature by adding in the juiciness of the Hazy AF. And you retain, on the finish, the bitterness of the punk. I like this. I do. I like it. There's a little hint of that floral still there, but a lot of it's gone. The hoppiness remains from both. There's a little bit of like an orangey flavour on the finish that's there from the hazy. And like I say, that little bit of bitterness, excuse me, on the finish remains. I like the blend. So, there we are. This was just for fun. I've done all the beers before. I haven't stuck the Hazy AF review up yet. I'm going to stick that before I stick this video. And then I'll link both the videos to the Punk AF and this one. I've also done the Punk AF versus the regular Punk in another video as well, just to see. I'll stick them in the cards, have a look, see what you think. Anyway, which do I prefer? Clearly the Hazy AF. The Punk AF, yes, on occasion before this came around, would have been my go-to alcohol-free from Brewdog. But for now, the Hazy AF wins and reigns supreme. So that's the end of the video. I've waffled long enough. I'm just going to ask you a little favour now. We've got some buttons down the bottom there. You've got to like, dislike, comment and subscribe. Hit any combination of them as you see fit. And I will see you soon in another video. Bye.